Fox Business Alert. The House has passed a stimulus package.
A Stimulec.
Did I mention it's an election year?
Stimuli.
Meant to put money in your pocket. Next stop is the Senate. Oh, dear. Here's Rich Edson, my favorite from Washington, with the latest. Hi, Rich.
Wow, Tracy, thanks for the billing. And
he's a Jersey guy, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
definitely.
Jersey guy, fellow Jersey guy.
This is the all Jersey show now, isn't it?
Well, is he Sicilian is really my question.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, a quarter actually.
There you go. So talk to us about the stimulus package. I mean, are they going to completely trash our dollar? Are they going to completely just forget that there's risk in economies and that recessions are good and that we cleanse out the excesses of the world? What's the story up there, man?
Yes, actually, that is the story. What we're looking at here, it's been kicked back to the Senate. This is something that's been negotiated through the White House, through Hank Paulson. Both houses, both sides of Congress are really on, both sides, Democrats and Republicans, are really jumped on board in the House, and it's looking like it's going to go that way in the Senate. This thing passed overwhelmingly in the House today, nearly 390 votes, though some folks had some problems with it. They ended up voting for it anyway because they want this thing to move along. Mitch McConnell, he's the leader in the Senate for the Republicans. He's come out and said we need to pass this thing. And over on the Democratic side, Harry Reid has also expressed some support for this bill, and it looks like you may see some movement in the Senate. Of course, Max Baucus is trying to push his own bill out of the Senate Finance Committee.
Free money for everybody, Rich.
Right.
Yes.
Rich, now they talk about adding to this plan too. It's not just these checks after all. Are they going? You think they're going to go forward with all that as well?
Well, the problem is this deal was really brokered between Democrats, Republicans in the White House. And when you're looking at that, many are billing this already as the compromise. So when you start adding on, you're going to look for the other side to take something off. And that's the problem with many have. The big sticking point here might be unemployment insurance. And that extension has really been seen as a concession by Democrats in the House. And they're looking to keep that now in the Senate. Many Democrats are saying, look, this was our concession here. We've already given that up. You can't really add that back in without taking something out.
Rich, are you being dead serious that these politicians are actually trying to sell us the concept that a one-off injection of money for everybody in the United States who actually has, what, a Social Security card that doesn't make less than some arbitrary amount that the dollar is completely being devalued. It's arbitrary. Point being that basically it's a one-off. There's nothing self-sustaining. There's no virtuous cycles out of this. These guys are really somehow selling the entire world that we're going to do something for the economy out of this.
It's a gift card to Best Buy.
Exactly right.
Basically, Best Buy, or now that Walmart's cutting prices, it could be Walmart too. Depends on where you want to stretch, where you want to stretch your government dollar, and it depends on how much you want to put into this. If this Senate version we're looking at could be upwards of $160 billion, and there's no cap on the Senate version either. So you're talking about folks who are making $1 billion a year who could be getting a $500 check in the mail.
Unbelievable. It's just more to the point that there's supposed to be downside risk in the world. That's the way cycles work. And you know what? It's okay for this economy going to a refreshen.
One more time, I got to remind you, it's an election year.
My bad. I always forget. It's all about the voters.
All right. Well, Rich, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
On tap, we have more happy hour in a moment.